What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Coinbase today at the request of Maze or Maz. I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but it's got to be one of those two. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. The purpose of this video is to discuss where I think the price is going to be, not just by the end of this week, which is, we just have 2 days left, but by the end of the month, and then also by the end of this move, which I suspect to take place between now and the end of February, maybe even going into March, maybe going into the middle of March, but I think it's going to be a good move that lasts probably until February, and I don't know what else to say, so let's just keep going, okay? Let's see, we're at 275 right now. I'm getting all distracted because I got this cat's ass on me from a high to a low. From a high to a low, you are at your 886 to 618, pulled up above your 886. I have to say I'm a little bit surprised you didn't continue here, but it's okay. You're finding support here, whatever. You're getting back above the 886. Your likely next target, you're at 275 right now. Your likely next target area is going to be $718, right? That's your next likely target area. Now, is that where you're going to be by the end of February? I don't know. That kind of a maneuver, I mean, by the end of February, you basically have to move just like that. That's like the fastest move in the shortest amount of time you've ever seen, I would think, for this thing, right? Like that might have been the fastest. Let's just see. Is it possible? It's probably not possible. I mean, you could move faster and stronger than you've ever moved before. I don't know. It's not a whole lot of history to go off of, but my guess would be that you're probably not at 718 by the end of February. Maybe by the end of April or May. We're at 275 now, and I certainly would expect that you probably see $1,000 or more by the end of the cycle, of course, but I would think, okay, by the end of February, you're at 274 now, likely around $427 to $500, $510. At the highest, 550 is what I'd give you by the end of February. So new all-time highs is what it's looking like, man. Even at the base case, probably new all-time highs. Yeah, genuinely, is what I would expect by the end of February. Okay, cool. So now let's just look at some other indicators that might agree with that real quick. I want to look, did I take this low to high? Okay, good, I took that one. Okay, good. What about this one here? High to low here. Come on now. Is that the right one? There we go. 611, dude. I don't know. 611. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Lines up very well with this 2272 area. Maybe you do go up to 611. If you don't see 611, you'll probably stop around 426 would be my guess. That'd be my guess, yeah. So it's one or the other. It's either crazy gains in a short amount of time, or it's pretty decent gains still. Nothing to cry about in a short amount of time, right? But it's one or the other. I don't know. And with the setup you have here on your weekly RSI, it's a pretty fierce setup, man. You didn't even get oversold, bouncing out of this area, bouncing off the 50, looking fierce, getting into the overbought zone. Likely you will see a deeper strike into the overbought zone than you saw last time, so stronger moves overall. That was a pretty strong move last time. It's going to be stronger. I don't know. I think 611 really might be where you go by the end of February. Anyways, daily time frame now. Looking at this here. Looking at the daily time frame to determine where we're going to be, not just by the end of this week, but by the end of the month as well. From a high to a low, I like the little double bottom you're playing off of here. I would expect that tomorrow or by the end of this week, we're at least $282, or maybe even as high as like 287, something like that. I don't think we go higher than that by the end of the week. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me even if tomorrow we opened up at like 282 and then pulled back to 268, and then next week, that's when we really got things going. But the end of the month, I would expect that. So the end of this week, in case it's not clear, the end of the week, I expect that Coinbase will be around 282 to 295, let's just say. But it might even be, I shouldn't say it'll be around there. I would say that it achieves one of those prices, and likely I think it'll actually be closer to 270 by Friday's close. That's kind of my assumption at the moment. If I'm wrong, good. If I'm wrong, that's a good thing. But hopefully I am wrong. But if not, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's a higher low, and then you move up higher, but whatever. Anyways, by the end of the month, you're at 275 now. I would expect you are above $300, but you're below 336. Likely, probably closer to 325 would be my guess, yeah. Yep. And that might be all she wrote, guys. I suppose there's some of you who are probably wondering what I think the all-time high potential is for this thing by the end of the cycle. When is the end of the cycle? What is a cycle? Everybody thinks the cycle is different. You know, most people think the cycle is the same thing. It's a 4-year cycle revolved around the Bitcoin halving dates. So, you know, there's like a two-year period before the halving and a two-year period after the halving, where we tend to do things right differently. And then I guess you could really probably dissect it to like a 1-year bear market within a 4-year period. So about a year after the halving, you'll go through. So you have the halving, and then a year, that's the end of your bull market. And then a year after that, that's the end of your bear market. And then the year after that, that's the ending of your crab market. And then the year after that, that's the end of your bull market. And so repeat, right? So something like that. I feel like that's how it's supposed to go. It's a 4-year cycle. It tends to be 2 years or more of bull cycle, 1 year-ish of bear cycle, and then you have another year there to figure things out in between, I suppose. This cycle, likely for Coinbase, will end at the same time that Bitcoin cycle ends, which I would assume is going to be sometime in October or later of this year. So with that in mind, you're at 274 now. I don't think you're going to stop at your minimum target. Your next target on the fibs is $1,200. So my thoughts are Coinbase does break through $1,000. I think it could even see $2,000 and even higher, right? We look at the market cap right now. It's at $68 billion, which is high. It's very high. But like all the way up there, that's not even, I mean, it doesn't need to see a $600 billion market cap or a $680 billion market cap. But I'm just saying it's I think, worthy of that. It's the biggest crypto exchange in America. It's the second biggest crypto exchange in the world. If it doesn't at least see that, something above 1,000 I think is totally attainable. Yeah, 1,200 to 2,200 by the end of the cycle is what my thoughts are. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I got nothing else for you. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Monthly RSI looks great. All the daily time frames, weekly time frames, they all look good. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.